You know how sometimes you mention something small you're working on, like just a little side project or a weird organizing hack you figured out.
Hmm.
And then someone's like, whoa, wait, that's actually really cool. How'd you do that?
Yeah, totally. It's like finding a hidden button.
Exactly. Like a secret door just swings open, showing you this whole space of connection you didn't even know was there.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we're diving into today for you listening, figuring out how to find those connections, not by, shouting from the rooftops, but just by
Yeah.
sharing.
Yeah, exactly. We're digging into Austin Kleon's book, Show Your Work. It's really a guide, I think, for letting people see what you're doing, what you're interested in,
Right?
and letting that naturally draw the right folks in. It's less about hard sell promotion.
Which can feel kind of awkward, right?
Totally. It's
Yeah.
more about, well, opening a window, letting people peek at the process.
And Cleon's approach feels much more organic.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of showing the journey, the behind-the-scenes bits, maybe even the fumbles,
Mm-hmm.
and how that transparency helps you grow and connect, not some magic marketing trick.
And one of the first myths he tackles, which I think is so helpful, is this idea of the lone genius.
Oh, yeah, that old chestnut.
Right. He talks about scenius instead, which
Oh.
is, well, it's about the scene, the whole environment.
Mysterious. I like that. So it's not just one person having a eureka moment in a vacuum.
Exactly. It's creativity bubbling up from a whole group, an ecosystem, people sharing, borrowing, reacting. Like, think of a great music scene or something.
Yeah, or even just a really active online forum where people are bouncing ideas around. It takes the pressure off being the genius and puts the focus on just participating, adding your bit to the conversation,
Sure.
contributing.
Precisely. And that flows right into this idea of embracing being an amateur.
Okay, which usually sounds kind of negative, like you're not good enough yet.
But Cleon flips it. Amateurs, people doing it for the love, for the curiosity, they have advantages. They're often more willing to mess around, try weird things.
There's stuff that isn't perfect.
Exactly. They learn in the open. They haven't built up all those walls yet. It's like that Shunri Suzuki quote, you know? In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are few.
Wow. So wherever you are right now listening to this, that beginner mindset, that amateur status, that's actually a strength.
It really is.
It's permission to just start, share what you're discovering, however messy it feels.
Yeah. Which leads to the next point, thinking more about the process, not just the finished product, the day-to-day work.
The artwork itself, as he calls it.
Right. Because showing that process, letting people see how the sausage is made, so to speak, that can create a really strong bond. It's different from the old way of keeping everything secret until the big reveal.
Yeah, like you mentioned Edgar Allan Poe being cagey about his process, but now seeing the effort, the thinking, the trial and error, it actually makes you appreciate the final thing more, doesn't it?
Definitely. Look at Chris Hadfield, the astronaut.
Oh, right.
Sharing the mundane stuff from the space station, eating, sleeping, just looking out the window, that's what captivated people. They felt like they were there with him.
So, okay, how do you start documenting if your process feels, just...
Well, keep it simple. Cleon suggests, like, a work journal, or just snapping photos on your phone, little videos, quick notes.
Doesn't have to be fancy.
Not at all. It's first for you to track things, see your own progress, and then you have this raw material you can share later if you want. Remember that David Carr quote?
Remind me.
No one is going to give a damn about your resume. They want to see what you have made with your own little fingers.
Love that. Okay, so you document, then what?
Then you move towards the daily dispatch, sharing something small, consistently.
Ah, consistency over big splashy announcements.
Exactly. Just showing up, giving little glimpses of what you're actually working on now.
Seems way less intimidating. Like it could just be a tweet or a photo or a quick note in an email.
Any format works. It's about answering that simple question. What are you working on? Not some generic social media prompt.
Right.
And you got to accept that not everything you share will be amazing. Remember Sturgeon's law. 90% of everything is, well, not great.
Yeah. So it's okay to share things that are just okay.
Totally. It's part of the process. You might get feedback. You might just spark a connection. Wayne White called it social chemistry. Putting it out there makes things happen.
But what about time? Everyone feels like they don't have time for another thing.
Cleon says, find the nooks and crannies. Your commute, waiting in line, a 5-minute break.
Use those little pockets.
Yeah. Maybe even set a timer. 5 minutes to share something, then back to work. It keeps it manageable.
Okay, I like that. What's next?
This is a lovely one. Open up your cabinet of curiosities.
Ooh, intriguing. like those old Victorian collections.
Kind of. It's about sharing what influences you, what you find interesting, your inspirations.
So not just your work, but the stuff that feeds it. Books, music, articles, other artists.
Exactly. It gives people context, helps them understand your taste, your perspective. Sometimes more than your actual work does. Like DJ Spooky said, you're only as good as your record collection.
Okay. And the key is authenticity, right?
Yeah.
Don't just share what you think looks cool.
Absolutely. Be honest about what you love, even if it's weird. Think of that guy, Nelson Molina, who made a museum out of stuff he found in the trash.
Wow.
Finding treasure everywhere. And crucially, if you share someone else's stuff, always give credit. Name the creator, link to the source.
Good point. It respects them and helps your audience discover things too.
Right.
It's like knowing the difference between a real painting and a forgery. The attribution, the context matters.
Right. Because, as Kleon points out, your work often doesn't just speak for itself. You need to tell good stories around it.
Frame it. Give it context so people can connect.
Yeah. Even simple structures help. Like, for a pitch, think. Past, present, future. Where did the idea come from? What is it now? Where is it going?
Keep it simple, though. Speak plainly. Respect people's time.
And proofread. Please proofread.
Yes. Okay, so tell stories. What else?
Teach what you know. This one can feel a bit scary sometimes.
Like giving away your secrets.
Yeah. But look at Aaron Franklin, the barbecue guy. He shared everything, his methods, his techniques.
And it didn't hurt his business?
Made it explode. Teaching builds trust, creates interest. People appreciate generosity. Plus, you learn so much by teaching. Christopher Hitchens called putting your work out there a form of free education.
That's a great way to think about it.
Yeah.
So what have you learned lately that someone else might find useful? Share it. A reading list, a quick tutorial.
Exactly. Kathy Sierra's advice. Make people better at something they want to be better at.
Love that. Okay, so you're sharing, teaching, but how do you avoid just becoming noise?
The don't turn into human spam chapter.
Right, nobody likes human spam.
Kleon says, be a connector, an open node. Be a fan yourself. Engage genuinely. Listen more than you talk.
It's about being a good citizen online, basically, not just broadcasting.
Think quality of connection, not just quantity of followers. Be interested in other people. Jeffrey Zeldman said, focus on hearts and minds, not eyeballs.
Good advice. So be thoughtful, be considerate. Don't just ask people to follow you back.
Definitely not. Don't be creepy. Don't waste people's time.
Okay. Now, inevitably, if you put stuff out there, you're going to get some criticism.
Yep. Time to learn to take a punch. It comes with the territory.
So how do you handle that?
Well, first, just breathe. Don't react instantly. Kleon suggests putting out lots of work. It kind of strengthens your neck, makes any single hit less impactful.
Roll with it. See it as maybe material for new work?
Sometimes, yeah. Protect your really vulnerable early stage stuff if you need to. But don't hide everything forever out of fear.
It's something you do, not who you are.
Exactly. And really value the feedback from people who actually care about you and your work. The random trolls, ignore them, block them, delete the comment.
Use the block button liberally.
Absolutely. Or even turn off comments if you need to.
Okay. Then there's the money question. Selling out.
Yeah, Kleon really challenges that whole starving artist trope.
Good. It's kind of romanticized, but not very practical.
Right. He points out tons of great art was made for money. Michelangelo, the Beatles.
True. So it's okay to want to support yourself with your work.
It's more than okay. Celebrate when creators you like succeed. And think about ways you can make it sustainable. Donations, crowdfunding, selling things.
Like Amanda Palmer's big Kickstarter.
Exactly. And build that email list. It's a direct connection to people who value what you do, away from the chaos of social media algorithms.
Email's still powerful. Okay, almost there. What's the final big takeaway?
Stick around. This is maybe the most important one.
Perseverance. Don't quit too soon.
Yeah. It takes time. He tells that Joan Rivers joke about just holding onto the ladder, keep showing up, focus on the work itself, day in, day out.
Without hope or despair, as Isaac Danson said. Just do the work.
Right. And try chain-smoking projects, start the next one before the current one is totally finished. Keep the momentum going.
But also take breaks, right? Sabbaticals, walks, time off.
Definitely. Avoid burnout. You need breaks to stay fresh. And keep learning. Don't be afraid to be a beginner again.
Like Elaine de Botton's quote, anyone who isn't embarrassed of who they were last year probably isn't learning enough.
So good. It's about embracing that ongoing cycle. Learn, create, share, learn again. Go back to chapter 1.
So putting it all together, it's really about finding your way to share your journey, your process, your interests, in a way that feels natural to you. It's not about faking it or becoming some slick marketer. It's about connection, learning out loud, finding your people.
Opening those little windows, letting people see in, trusting the process.
And the connections will happen. Those unexpected doors will open.
Exactly. So maybe today, just as a starting point for you listening, could you post one small thing you're working on? Maybe use that hashtag #showyourwork hashtag.
Or just share one thing that inspired you recently, with a friend, online, whatever.
Or think about one tiny thing you learned that you could explain to someone else. Just a small act of sharing.
To see it as an opportunity, not an obligation. Who knows what small thing you share today might spark for someone else?
You never know.
That's our deep dive for this time. Thanks for exploring this with us.